Today is the 26th of September. It's the day before Grand Final Day, so we've got a public holiday, which was courtesy of the Victorian State Government, going back a few years ago, I think. Yeah, Dan Andrews, before COVID kicked in and everything changed. But anyway, today what I'm doing is I'm going to go for a ride on my bike, but I bought myself a microphone because, being the absolute amateur I am, my sound quality hasn't been too good. Anyway, I come across this thing and I'll show you now. It's called the BOYA Magic. Just turn around. We'll get in focus. Yeah, it's the BOYA Magic. So I looked up a few reviews on it and they said it wasn't too bad. It was a compact thing, relatively cheap. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I didn't want to splurge out on one of the more expensive microphones just yet. So I thought I'd give this a try. Now, that's your microphone there. Comes like that. And that's 159 Australian dollars, which is not bad. And then your desktop stand, I think it adds another 50 bucks on, whatever. Anyway, the whole lot was under $200. Free postage. It come direct from BOYA. I'm not sure where they shipped it from, but it was overseas, but it didn't take that long to get here. So what I'll do now is I'll place this GoPro boy down here and I'll start to unpackage this thing. Okay, so this is not a review because I am not a technical person. In fact, you may say I'm a bit of a dinosaur when it comes to technology. But I've already had a look, already did at one stage unpack it and mucked around with it to see what would work for me. And even that was fun. But anyway, it comes out of the box. You've got this handy little bag here. Let me see. I've got this is my cable I bought before for the GoPro to plug in an external mic. Not being much of a technical person, had to figure out how this is going to work. So the only way I can get it to work, and I'm sure there's a million other ways, and the the experts will tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But anyway, you've got your guard there, typical microphone guard, and then you've got your little see, this works as I think 3-in-1 microphone or something. You can use that as a microphone, and that's what the desktop stand can be also used for. Put them there. Well, you've got your external mics. Now these are tiny little things. Once you bring it out, the blue light flashes. It's charged, of course. It charges inside the container here. And I've only just got it a few days ago, and excuse me, I haven't charged it up at all. So I'm just relying on this. But anyway, the reason that's flashing is because it's not paired at this stage. So I had to muck around to see what was going to work. Anyway, I'll just put him back in there for a second, and I'll show you what else that we get out of this thing. You've got your different cables and stuff for noise reduction, if it's a windy day. Actually doesn't look too bad today. There's a little bit of wind, but not like it has been. And then you've got your little guards for your microphones for the winds. You can put them on there. It's pretty cool. What else have you got in here? Yeah, your other cables. And then you've got your receiver here. So I know, like I said, the experts will know what you should and shouldn't do. But this is what I found out how it was going to work for me, because I've got the GoPro, and so at this stage it's all I really use. So what I've got to do is see this. USB-C here. I got to plug that into the side of the GoPro, so I'll do that. So that's plugged in there, right? Now what I also have to do is connect this receiver to this device. The way that it's worked for me, after mucking around and a few expletives, I did try to follow the instructions, but you may as well give me a foreign language cookbook, because when it comes to instructions, like I said, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I'll absorb some things, but then I lose it very quickly. Okay, and that's the instruction. It's pretty simple really, but you know, talking to a dinosaur here. Okay, so anyway, that's your instructions. Now the way it works for me is I get this thing here, I plug it in through one of these things, 3.5. I lose the sound while I'm mucking around to get it connected, but once the sound kicks in, see what the difference is. See the lights flashing. One's steady because there's two, it's looking for two, but see how the blue light's gone solid blue, and on there it's solid blue. Okay, and this also has, they call it AI microphones. AI, what is it? Artificial intelligence. Yeah, well, okay. Anyway, so if I press that there, it turns green. Oh, do it proper. Can you hold it down? Green. So what that is, that's the noise reduction. And I hope I'm showing you this. Like I said, I'm just an amateur at this, but see the green there? That's noise reduction. Sorry about the early morning frog in the throat, annoying me and annoying everyone else. But anyway, yeah, see that's quite simple, isn't it? So then what I do is I'll figure out how to get this side of it comfortable so it's not waving around everywhere in the wind, and then I'll pin this to my shirt or to my jumper, and then I'll go for a ride and we'll see what the sound is like then. Okay, all right, let's go, let's ride. Okay, before we do, there's one thing I forgot to do, was show you the desktop stand. So I'll open that up, and that's a pretty simple setup. Of course I had unpackaged everything, took all the plastic stuff off it, and so that's just there. It just screws into there. Right. That flips out there. So you got your tripod there, and then you've got the microphone, which will screw into there, and then pretty simple. Yeah, well, it is pretty simple to put it on, but that doesn't matter so much. And then you've got your cover, of course, or whatever covers you want to put on it. There's your BOYA there, and then you can move this thing around and loosen it up a bit and whatever, you know, and then you've got a desktop microphone. Anyway, at the moment I have already put the two little mics on, so they're attached to my jumper, and I'm going to see how that goes. Anyway, so I'll leave that for now. There is a little bit of wind that's picked up now, so we'll see. At the moment there's not noise reduction on, but once we get out into that wind it will change things. So I'll try that a little bit without the noise reduction, and then I'll try the noise reduction and see what difference there is. Okay. So I've got the the microphone's on, the BOYA mics, and at the moment the noise reduction isn't on. There's a little bit of wind, and once I get going there's a bit of wind. So what I'm going to do is go for a little bit of a ride first without the noise reduction on, and then we will put the noise reduction on. Okay, so here we are. We're on the Derby, and let's see how we go today with this. The first trial of this microphone from a non-technical point of view person. I'm not technical. I can't build anything. Can't even put a picture on the wall straight, but I can do tax returns. Thank God I'm good at that, because I can't do anything else. Alright, so just negotiate my way through the traffic. It's pretty good at the moment. This is a bugger of an intersect area about this one, but they have plans to put traffic lights there over the next couple of years, however long it takes them, and that'll be fantastic. Okay, so let's see how we go. Just put some more power into this, pedal power into this thing. Once she clicks over, there she goes. Yeah, that's my maximum gear now. And so it's a good morning. Actually, the wind's not too bad. It's been really windy and it's cold. It is Victoria, so I haven't been out much. Plus it's tax season too, so sort of tied to the desk. Okay. Be really interested to see what the sound is like. The quality of sound. I've got the little mics. I've actually got both of them on. I did say that before. On the enough distance from my mouth. Well, I think it's enough anyway. We'll see. Not on the collar. They clip on, so I'll see how durable they are. Okay. Yes, tomorrow's the big football game in Victoria. Melbourne MCG, the grand final between Geelong and Brisbane Lions, which is nothing real new. Both them teams have been up there in the last few years, although I think it's the first time for a while that Geelong have played Brisbane in a grand final. Or, hang on, I think it's the first time. Yeah, it's the first time. Geelong and Brisbane. Geelong's long-time foes or enemies, Hawthorn, they put them out last week. But I'm sure you'll see Hawthorn back in over the next few years. And the Saints are recruiting aggressively, so let's be exciting times. Anyway, I'll ride a little bit more without the noise reduction, and then I'll put the noise reduction on. See what difference it makes. I'm really happy about this weather. It's not cold. It's not really blowy. So Here we go. Just clear her back a second. And I'm not sure how the sound's going to be with the wind, whether I should be putting on wind guards, but we'll experiment over time. Now, a few people out for their morning coffee. Very popular place, that. Roger, Roger. Roger, Roger. Very popular. Okay. Caroline Springs. It's Lake Caroline. It's a man-made lake. It's nice on a nice day. Nice on a nice morning like this. Okay. There's the... Right. So over there, the burnt bakery and cafe. Unfortunately, it's been like that for a while now because it got burnt quite a few months back, and they're all pretty brand new. It's part of that Victoria's tobacco wars, which is a bit of a bugger. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put on the green lights to see what our noise reduction does. Okay. So, this little guy on blue. I think I turned it off for a moment, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Now it's on green. My receiver's on green. It's showing 2 green lights, so both the mics are on green. And then this thing, I'll just pin it to the strap of my GoPro. Now, both the green lights are on. So we've got our noise reduction on. Let's see how that goes. Right. Off we go. Okay. Look at that. It's a bit cool. God, people love to walk around the lake there, Lake Caroline. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go for a little bit of a look around it, show you around it. Oops. Don't want to get near that. Right, okay. It must be dog morning, or they must be out every morning. But being a public holiday, no one has to rush off to work. We can feel that breeze stepping up a bit. So, let's see how we go. Yeah. Alright.
I'll definitely test it out.
North Melbourne. Who wants to go there?
Now, the lake and the West Waters, the Cure Hotel is across there, but the sports bar at the back, it's quite good. Yeah. And the Caroline Springs RSL hold their raffle nights there on a Friday night. Which I've won a couple of them, which is good. They're good. Okay. Now, let's take a detour on the gravel. Just gear it back a bit. There we go. That's the West Waters there. That's the back of it there. It's quite big. That's a couple of dining places. Like I said, at the sports bar back, nice bar, good bar there. You got your betting part as well, and then you got the mini casino or poker machines. Okay. Alright. Now, just go slow around these corners because this thing surges a bit and I'm not like one of those daredevil kids that can fly. Hang on. Okay. Right, so shall we go right around? Why not? Excuse the wind noise if it's blowing a bit. I'm really just testing out these mics and what I need to do next. Okay, so you can see this is good, this lake, especially when the weather's nice. Plenty of benches, sit down, maneuver in and out of people walking, don't want to get in their face. Okay, and you catch a lot of the planes going across, a bit of a flight path. Right, and this lake, it's got a lot of carp in it, as you would imagine anywhere. There's always carp. And I saw a turtle the other day, so there's turtles in there, sitting on the rock. That rock out there, he's sitting on that one, I think. Yeah, he's not there today. It's quite nice around here. This little, done a lot of development, so I'll take the back.
Nearly every day.
Okay. So we're at the back of West Waters now.
Oh, right.
Breakfast at Miss Caroline. I think that read Miss Caroline. Yep. Okay, and that's the back of Caroline Springs Shopping Centre. Hey, it's right down here. Right. There's rubbish bins around. I don't know why people just can't carry their rubbish, but I guess we hear that all the time. And here's the Caroline Springs War Memorial. So they had their Anzac Day memorials and other things. Did actually go this time on Anzac Day. It's quite good. It's a good morning too, but lucky. Very good ceremony. Alright. Pretty good for a man-made lake. But they usually are anyway. they think about what they're doing. All right. And so they've done a lot of work in that shopping centre now, which they're going to open soon, I guess. And they've got a co-working area in there. So set up over the last couple of years. But at the moment it's not a casual co-working, sort of a fixed one. So I suppose in time, if the need's there, they'll probably do that as well. Alright, that pretty much completes our lap of the Lake Caroline. Just testing out these mics, seeing what the quality's like. I've got no idea. There's no indicators anywhere on these things. It's just plug and play, which I don't mind because then I don't have to work too much out. But it's got an app that you download, and it's got a lot of different features that, not like it said, for me, I've been the technical one. It's like trying to read a foreign cookbook. The pictures are nice. Okay, now it's good day, being public holiday, not much traffic out. A lot of people are out enjoying their walk, ride, whatever. Okay, I'll put these gears up a bit. So that's the first part of the journey. And then once I get back to edit, I'll see what the outcome is. Should be interesting. It's a lot of fun, but I don't take it too seriously. Just too busy with work, like everyone, I guess. And unless you're right, this is your day job, or you're right into that, all the technology and stuff. Right. So, I think this is the best morning I've had for quite a while. Been able to get out, go for a ride, test this mic, not think too much about capital gains tax and rebates and the next phone call from the tax office. Alright, this is Michael signing out for the moment. Talk to you later.